And we're live as Whiskey Watches and Wheels, the number one podcast in fuck it Thailand. I'm the phenomenal Matt Green.
Still?
Boys, introduce yourself.
Are we
number
2
one in
years
fuck it
running?
Thailand? Absolutely, baby. 2 years in a running. Number one in fuck it Thailand.
All right, let's go.
All right. Who are you fuckers? I haven't seen y'all.
I'm still Casey.
Okay.
James.
Yeah.
I'm Kevin.
There you go. I missed you guys last week. Kudos to Casey and Kevin, who did a phenomenal bourbon talk last week. I found it very educational. Phenomenal.
Yeah, that was good.
It was good. No, seriously. I mean, I really wished I could have been on the episode, but, you know, I'm the party guy. So it was my daughter's 20th birthday, so I had to be there.
Yes, happy birthday.
I swear to God, I thought your kid was like 45 with all the fucking birthdays you've been to.
It's not just hers or my son's. I get around.
Every week.
Every week I get around.
Birthday boy.
I throw my love everywhere. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
So how's everyone doing this week? Everyone doing well?
Pretty good.
It's been a week.
Another day in the grind.
Yeah.
Fucking sucks.
Yeah.
But we're getting there. We'll get there.
It's been 2 weeks for me.
Oh, the year's winding down for Casey. He always gets stressed this time of year.
Don't we all?
Yeah, we do. Kev, how you doing, buddy?
Stress.
You're smiling. Be very quiet.
I just went to my pre-op class, and I was the youngest person there.
What bra size are you getting?
I'm gonna go big, and I'm gonna get my nips bleached too. But
Nice.
I was the youngest person there. Everybody was getting knees and hips and stuff like that. And the crappy part is, I don't know if it's not mental. My employees are saying it's mental, but my hip today, I think from just sitting there it was only like 45 minutes. All I did is read through the booklet that I read through it, and then she reread through it and just talked about what's going to happen, bruising, ice machine, blah, 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 pain medication, what's covered, for your Medicaid, care, whatever. And then I got up and my hip locked up and it hurts like a son of a gun right now. Like, I have to go home. Well, you know what? By the time this podcast is over, I might be feeling better. So who knows?
That's true. That's true.
I'm assured you will be. But there is certainly something too when you know you're about to get fixed. We see this fairly often. People's pain levels typically go up right before
Mine
surgery.
is like unbelievable. And the crappy part is it's my left hip and I'm getting my right hip done. So,
well,
yeah.
Is this because you're thinking of it so much? Preparing?
No, I'm just like, I'm maybe I'm walking, changing my gait. I have no idea, but but it's not like it does hurt. Like it's clicking and I'm like, what the? So when I get home tonight, I'm going to have Aaron pull my leg and I'll drink some more and we'll see.
Take a warm bath.
There you go. Yeah.
A warm bath?
Well,
Third
you made me
leg.
think about it with the bleached nipples. Yeah. No, I'm going somewhere with this. What the fuck?
I don't know.
I don't understand. Maybe I'm 50. I don't understand these fucking algorithms on the socials. Like I'm on TikTok the other day and I'm scrolling and all of a sudden some ad comes up for like scrotum hair removal. And I'm like, okay, maybe they need that.
My first question is why are you on TikTok at 50 years old?
Yeah.
Listen.
It is true. It is true.
So
it's a
next
very
subject.
simple
We'll just leave that. We'll just leave that alone.
Sometimes, listen,
You're not getting out of this one.
I don't need to get out of it. Sometimes I don't need to explain myself. You need a couple
watch
minutes.
TikTok at Disney.
Well, mindless scrolling, dude. It doesn't matter if it's Instagram Reels or Facebook Reels or TikTok. It doesn't matter. I need 5-10 minutes of instant.
The birthday party at Disney, watching TikTok.
Hey,
yes.
Listen, I'm telling you, fuckers, it's a good time. Listen, it's a good time. I got the game on lock, baby. It's a good time.
Just busting your balls there, Matt.
Listen, I'm smiling. I don't get offended by that shit.
We're all creatures of habit, aren't we?
Have you ever known me get offended over that shit? I don't get offended over nothing.
Nope.
Exactly.
Not yet. I'm still trying, though.
No, it'll never happen, dude. Life's too short, man. I don't get offended over shit.
We'll see how many bourbons we get, and we'll see.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's true.
Yeah. We're all bourboned up, Matt. It's going to be a long episode for you.
It's all good, man. It's all good. Wristwatch check. Who wants to get started?
Ooh.
Casey,
I'll go first.
Something different.
Okay, yes. Kevin, you go first.
Go ahead.
I got my dad's. I got my dad's Rado Ceramica. Yeah.
Oh, that is
okay.
Very.
I thought it was on one of those. What's those fitness track? The Swoop. Look like a Swoop for a second.
Yeah.
Tell us more about that one, Casey.
Yeah. So my dad bought this when he got married in 1992 to my mom, which was his third marriage.
1992.
He was my stepdad, but I call him my dad. But so this is what he got, and I'd never seen a watch like this previous. to when he purchased this, and I really don't know of another watch like this out there currently. It's probably 22 millimeters ish, close to that 20 millimeters.
Well, that doesn't really
But
matter
super
based
thin,
on
obviously.
the style, right?
James, we all know they copied that shit off of Seiko because I got one like that. There's a Seiko, so I'll wear it tomorrow. We'll show it to you.
Well, let's
Everybody
look at
just
the
copy
face.
Seiko.
Show us the face.
No kidding.
Let's get a better look at the face. All
The
right, there you
face
go.
is super basic. You got gold indices
Okay, I got you.
and just the logo. Now,
So how did you
it
get
does
it?
have in the back. Well, I'll tell you, but in the background, it is a quartz movement. Obviously, being this thin, it's not like one of those $100,000 watches. But so it is quartz. It'll give the date. You can do time. It'll do an alarm and stuff as well. I got it on his passing in 13, and so it's you can't see it through the camera, but ceramic is supposed to be like this super non-scratch sort of thing, right? And I'll tell you, my dad could find a way to scratch anything. And so he would wear this while woodworking. He'd wear it, to the OR. He'd just throw it around, which is why I love it, because it has so much character and patina on top of it being my dad's. So obviously an heirloom for me, but also a pretty cool watch.
Very cool.
It looks very cool. Is it? Was it his daily then?
Mm-hmm. He had one watch. Take that back. I think he had another gold watch. I don't know where that is. I don't know where it ended up. But this is the watch that when I think of my dad, this is what's in pictures. This is what he wore daily. This is what he banged around in. I know it's had a couple different movements put back in it. And yeah, banged around in probably that too. Yeah.
So is it from 92, you said? Or is it from 80s?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, it looks very
he bought
very
it new
period.
from Childress Jewelers in Lexington, who I'm still friends with them still. I've bought several things through them for my wife and whatnot, but great people, great little jewelry store in Lexington, Kentucky, but they're the ones who serviced it, took care of it. Although to get it serviced, you just send it up to New Jersey now. Like nobody will like work on it. You got to send it up to the factory, which is, I believe, Seiko derivative.
Well, I was going to say, New Jersey must be like the watch mecca, because I know Seiko, you send them there. Citizen goes to like New Jersey. So there, I must be the mecca.
I don't know if they have like some little factory or if it's just like a hub or whatever, but yeah, it's the place, because I do need to send it up. But every time I kind of start remembering I need to send it off, it starts getting close to the holidays. And I'm kind of scared to ship it during the holidays just with the number of packages and stuff. I figure the volume, this is more likely to get lost. And there's, the watch isn't that expensive. I think they're like $2,500, but it's, this one can't be replaced regardless. So that's why I get nervous when I have to ship it.
Well, with the miles you put on, why don't you just drive it up to New Jersey? Hand deliver.
Well,
true story.
Hey, listen,
true story.
$2,500 in 1992 was a lot of money.
Yeah. But oddly enough, honest to God, I think it's still for sale for that same amount. Like I don't know how that's worked out, but I'll look it up real quick while you're talking. But go ahead.
Nice.
Who's next?
I'll go. I have a Rolex Datejust Turnograph. Blue face, reference 116264. Happy birthday to me.
There you go. Nice. That's turning, 75?
Yes, 76.
So did you just pick that up?
Perfect.
Yes, from our boy Josh.
I need to get some Josh.
Josh coming through in the clutch.
Can I see it again?
Well, if you weren't playing on your phone, you would have fucking seen it the first time.
Right.
Well, I was trying to find the Seiko watch that Rado copied. Yeah, it looks good. I like it. Yep. Nice.
So, yep.
Yeah, it's good looking.
It's a 36, so surprisingly, it wears bigger than a 36.
I was going to say, I would not have guessed that was a 36. Yeah. I would have said that was like a 40.
And then I'm wearing it right on my wrist bone there. So,
no,
can suck it.
No, the fanboys say you got to wear it above your wrist bone.
No,
like some tard.
Salt.
We're bringing back retarded for 2025.
Yeah.
And so they're all retards that are doing that.
Okay. So what's nice about it is that the turnograph measures 36 and the bezel rotates bidirectional. So it's just a little bit interesting. So circa 2005.
Interesting. But isn't that like a fluted bezel? Like, does the bezel have no indices at all to
it doesn't
indicate that you're turning it?
Hold on a second. Let me get a.
Dead silence.
Here's a better
So while
picture.
he's
There you go.
There you go.
cool,
All right.
nice. I
That
like
is
that
good
red.
looking. I like
That
it.
red.
Okay, so it does
second
have.
hand.
Okay, so it does have numbers on it. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
That's pretty cool.
All right.
Yeah, I do like the blue
Cool,
and the red
nice.
together.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good piece.
Thanks.
I dig it. All right, Kevin, you're up, buddy.
I'm wearing a reference number 6969. It's a Seiko mod by Thornhill watch company. It's got a non-exhibition back.
Yep,
It
exactly.
does stay in the ocean quite often. It's got a rubber band. I got this from this
It's
guy over
interesting.
here.
It doesn't
Yeah,
have an
this guy over here.
exhibition back.
Yeah.
Well, they don't want.
Oh, okay.
That
okay.
particular that case isn't offered with the exhibition back, or I would have put one on there
And
because I actually like the exhibition
I wear this on my wrist bone.
on your wrist bone. Well, you know, if you're going to wear something on a bone, that's the one to wear.
Yes.
It's a good way to get boned.
Boom, boom, boom. Speaking of which, well, actually, I'm not wearing a Thornhill watch today. I'm just wearing the OG Seiko SKX.
Nice.
So,
XKX
it's-
what?
MC
009. SKX 009.
a Chinese
It's a
version.
good one.
The Malaysia version.
Malaysian.
Not
version.
Not a J model. I'm not cool enough to have a J model. So
You'll get there one day.
I
You'll
will.
get there.
One day I aspire to have one. But no, I should have my metal Thornhill logos in this week, and then I can actually assemble the first prototype production watch for the brand. So it'll be pretty cool stuff. So yeah, I have all the watch parts for it. I'm just waiting. I found a cool place online until I can figure out the whole engraving the dial with the logo in mass. There's a company that called H, I think, and you can put in your logo, and they actually produce metal out of metal. It's actually just like the Seiko logo or whatever. It's done out of metal, and then you adhere it to the face, to the dial.
Nice.
So I had them made the logo for the dial, and then I did the Thornhill scripture for the rotor. So we'll see how it
John
plays out.
3:16. Is that the scripture?
Scripture, yeah.
Okay, cool.
A Thornhill 3:16.
All right, I'm bored
So,
of this. What's in your glass?
Yes, what are you
And
drinking,
so-
guys?
This evening, I have another old fashioned, but tonight for James, I used Aztec chocolate bitters.
Nice.
And so I did simple syrup, I did bitters, I still put my dry orange, I used minimal amount of Luxardo cherry juice, 2 cherries, and then to the top of the ice cube, because that's my measuring device, is the ice cube, of some wonderful Ezra Brooks Cask Strength 120 proof or 120 ABV bourbon. And I will say, these bitters, I recommend them. It's got just a slight undertone of chocolate that's more on the finish. So the front side tastes pretty old-fashioned-y, like normal old-fashioned. And then the back side, you start getting a little bit of chocolate, kind of coats your palate. And I think that's really cool.
Is that a sweet chocolate or a bitter chocolate?
I would say it's bitter.
Bitter.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which it
And
should
when,
be.
when I tasted being bitters, but I tasted the bitters, and it is like, when you taste it and smell it, it almost doesn't, you still got these fingers going. It almost doesn't have like the chocolate, like what you would expect. But then when you mix it up in the drink, it has definitely a chocolate undertone. It's pretty cool. Different.
What are you drinking, James? I think you and I are the only ones that drink real whiskey, what we call fucking
Whiskey.
neat. Yeah.
I'm
Oh
drinking.
my God. Did I
Knob
just
Creek
hear
Stout.
that?
How do you like it?
I like it. It's nice. It has a little kick to it, earthy, woody type of finish.
What's the alcohol on that?
100 proof.
It's not high.
That's it, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it does have a little kick to it. I wouldn't say that it,
Yeah.
it's a little bit less than say Wild Turkey 101, obviously, but it just feels a little bit more of a to it. So
And since Matt
yeah.
doesn't drink anything, I'm going to take both of his spots. So go ahead, James.
excellent. No, I'm good.
I have a Canon charge of Monster here,
Put
but
that
it's
shit away.
nothing.
I was going to say that Knob Creek 12 is fabulous. All the Knob Creek 9, Knob Creek 12, 15, and I think they did an 18. They all do it 100 proof. which is slightly depressing. But they keep the good stuff for different labels. And they put that out under different labels. But I think the Knob Creek 12 is the sweet spot for whatever they're shooting for, that palette. Because Knob Creek 9, I think, is really good, and that's an everyday offering at like $45.
I think that's great.
Knob Creek 12 is hard to find, at least in my neck of the woods, let alone the 15 or 18. They're impossible. I have tasted the 15. I think the 15 starts getting over oaked. I think that 12 is fabulous, and I had one bottle. I finished it. I've got a second bottle that is unopened, and I'm scared to open it because I don't think I'm ever going to see it again. But I think that's really, really good stuff.
Yeah, I like the spices that you get out of it. So it's not bad. Not bad at all. Go ahead, Kev. Do the unveiling.
I would suggest that anyone
Shut
else
up!
that. All right.
Oh shit! He froze.
Finish.
You yelled and he froze.
I'm not frozen on my side. So, all right. So last week, I think Casey and I talked about Redwood.
I don't know.
Empire.
Go fuck yourself.
My buddy that I went to that bar with, he actually corrected me. The deer he wanted me to let everybody know was $45, not $90. And also, I think I'm still not going to get the name right. Not Prohibition. I don't know. It's some bar. He'll tell me tomorrow when he listens to it. But anyway, so he grabbed me this today. He went to his house before the podcast, picked it up, and they do a lot at that bar of this Redwood. So it is from Redwood, California, and it's bottled and distilled there. So I've never had this, but it's bottled and bonded. So 100 proof. I'm going to crack this bad boy open.
Crack it and try it right on live.
And so what's the I saw a bear on it. Each of them have like different like names or whatever. What is this one?
This is Grizzly Beast, straight bourbon, and it's from Sonoma County.
Sounds smooth.
Right.
Batch number 4. So it was distilled in 2019, and looks like they bottled this in 2024. So 5 years.
5 year.
Yeah, 5 years. 100 is cool because actually they have on this. Let me see if I can pull it up. I really never. So they show all of the bottle date, lot size, 150 barrels, batch, the mash bill, 100 proof, Jeff Duckhorn's master distiller. So it's got actually a real.
So while you're doing this, I really am curious of your tasting of it, because we know that Northern California, the temperatures are much more mild than Kentucky. So I'm going to expect this probably to taste younger.
Mild, you meaning cooler?
The summers are not as hot.
Right.
And the winters are not as cold.
Okay. So, and speaking of that, I actually was telling my buddy about this because you can see it's not too dark. It's kind of light.
So you've had less movement into the wood.
Wood.
I would expect this probably to taste more of a 4-year-old, which isn't a bad thing. It's just a thing.
I mean, there's hardly any ethanol coming out of the glass, which is good. Let me give it a taste. But I will talk about another whiskey that was phenomenal yesterday.
We can't wait.
And okay, so very smooth.
Oh, was it?
At the beginning, but then on the back end, it's a little hot.
So if he made that face, imagine the face I'd be making.
Oh, you probably throw up.
You would have passed out already.
Probably.
Yeah. I'm going to let it breathe a little bit, but went back to that bar yesterday. We thought there was a tasting, but this bar, I'm going to look it up because he's going to tell me. Anyways, it's in Plant City. They also do a lot of Garrison Brothers, which is a Texas bourbon. So they had all the brands. I got the single barrel bourbon, 94 proof. This whiskey, I think because of the heat, man, talk about, it tasted like 120 proof bourbon.
Wow.
It was very spicy, very hot, like burned. I was like, wait, hey, what is that? And the lady, because on their menu, they have no ABVs on them, which when I go over there next time and talk to the owner, I'm going to tell him, you need to put all your ABVs on there.
Yeah.
This is a new bar, and when I see people going there, I'm looking at the crowd, and I don't think it used to be a biker bar. I used to go there at bike nights on my past life, and win trophies and do all this stuff. And that was like where you got your PBR and your Philly cheesesteak. Now they put this
push-up
huge
competition.
Yeah, now they have this huge, great menu, all this stuff. It is pricey. And when I tell you the town, it's not a affluent town. So I think it's pricey for like Tampa, and I also think it's very pricey for Plant City. So that though, I'm gonna try to find that bourbon around here and see if I can. Propagation Whiskey Bar is what it's called. So, and I think it's like $5 on. Pretty expensive.
It's a lot of dollar signs.
Yeah.
So I have a question.
It's actually one more than 4.
So I thought we had said on a previous podcast, and my knowledge is limited, I'm learning about this, but that it was only bourbon if it came from Kentucky.
No,
that is not
no.
Okay.
Made in the United States, at least 2 years old.
Okay.
Barreled under 125 proof. New oak barrels, no flavor added. Yep.
Okay, so now that I let this breathe, a lot smoother. Like maybe I wasn't getting ethanol in the nose, I was getting in the glass when I drank it. So definitely a lot more smoother than Evan Williams, Turkey Runner 1. Almost like it's pretty good. I don't know what to compare it to, but it's pretty good. It's a good starter bourbon. And speaking about this, Casey, do you not drink your bourbon neat anymore?
Yeah, I just wanted to do a special fun thing for the podcast.
That's twice now he's called you out on this podcast, Casey. What the fuck? You going to stand for that?
I think, I will stand for it because I think we had like an hour-long podcast last week with me comparing a couple of bourbons neat. I don't know if you remember that because
that was like.
do we need to go into it? Okay, all right, yeah. So no, it's fine.
You're correct.
It's
I
fine.
was wrong.
Kevin,
I'm used to saying that.
Kevin,
you were right. I was wrong.
It's fine.
You'll get me back. Don't worry.
It'll come around.
Okay.
Awesome.
So what are we talking about?
Well, we want to get the run. So
how about a
James was
topic?
Well, we didn't go to Farron this year. Well, I say me, Casey, and Kevin did not, but James went. So we want to hear about it. I mean, how was the rally, dude? I want to hear all about it.
As a matter of fact, I was the first one that signed up.
You were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I found that out when I got there with my sweet ass accommodations that they gave us. So we had a killer suite.
Poco is always a good lodge, man. I love it there.
This was one of the suites that I guess they had just opened up, and it was the bomb.
Were you inside the building, or you were actually in one of the cabins?
No, we were attached to the building, but we had an exterior entrance. So we had our own private staircase that went up to this 2 suites.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, it was very cool. And then there was a little private seating area outside down at the bottom of the stairs. So it was great. The suite was massive. So quite enjoyable. I really appreciate the accommodations there. But as far as the rally goes, we signed up for the 3-day. So got there Monday evening for little cocktails and such. And then we went out on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And then Friday was travel back. But it was
wow. I'm sorry to interrupt. I didn't realize it was all during the week this year. No weekend at all. I didn't realize that.
So what were the options? You could go 2-day, 3-day, 4-day?
2 or 3.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 or 3. And I signed up for the 3-day. And I'm glad I did because, I have the New Orleans on the GT3, and that gave me an additional time to kind of dial it in. So realistically, on the first day, I was kind of in the back, just like, what is going on with this car, trying to get it dialed. And then at the stops, I'd tighten it, keep going with the suspension. And then by the 3rd day, I was right behind Eric, our leader. So that was fun. It was really cool to see the car go from kind of not there to dialing in. So, well, it was neat. I enjoyed that, and then just kept getting.
Did you back it off for the drive home, or is this where you're going to keep it?
Absolutely, yes. So I went up there on the softest settings, kind of my Charlotte settings, so to speak, right, for driving around town. And then
I don't know. I've seen you drive around town, James. You drive like an asshole around these roads.
Yeah,
in his Macan, like that's
the
freaking nuts.
Magoo.
I sit in the back seat like this, like go all over the place. Are we going to get gas? Your thing's flashing. I got 14 miles. Okay. An hour
I
later,
got
are we going to
14.
get gas?
I got a whole day left. Left on this. So it was fun to dial a car in. Smaller group. It was really great to talk to everybody. Typically, Casey, your rally may be a little bit smaller, but I know Kevin and I have been on larger ones where you see these folks, but you don't really get a chance to talk to them because you're running with your group and yada, yada, yada. But the group was smaller and we all sat at a single large table. So it was really great to just shoot the shit with everybody and meet everybody and run with everybody. We had 2 groups, but a lot of the times we were a single group just based on traffic. I will say that for me, the jury is still out based on my last 2 rallies during the week, if it's actually better to do Friday, Saturday. So
tell me why. I mean, you're there on a Monday. I think everyone's general thought would be the place would be empty. Was that not the case? Or you were driving on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday?
We drove in on Monday. So Tuesday was our real first day. I would say that it is a roll of the dice based on, okay, so during the week, you would think everybody's at work.
FedEx trucks.
Right. A lot of people don't work behind the desk.
Yes.
You're stuck behind the plumber trucks. You're stuck behind the panel trucks. You were stuck behind FedEx.
And you were just stuck behind cars. I think North Carolina, as we've talked about many, many times, that place is turning into, no pun intended, the Disney of driving. Like,
Absolutely.
It's getting so oversaturated between Porsche, motorcycles, Harleys, Mustang drivers, Mini Cooper, McLarens, Ferrari
Corvettes,
drive.
everybody.
Corvette
Everyone has a drive.
BMW, right?
Yeah.
Everybody has a drive, and they're all thinking the same thing that everybody else. Oh, we're going to do it on Tuesday through Thursday. Oh, we're going to do it on this. It's getting so just oversaturated, and now I can see why people. I mean,
pissed.
Yeah, I would say, hey, you choose to live there, but if you live there for 20 years, even in my town that I've lived somewhere, I see the traffic. In James, when I was up there, you're seeing your community growing,
yeah.
And I know it's bothering you. Can you imagine if you're a country bumpkin and you
in the middle of
nowhere, and all you hear all day long is this, bunch of Mike Geysers.
Well, and you're right, and the likelihood that you're a car dude, is pretty slim, right? And so where we get out there and we stop at those, viewpoints, and we're like, can you hear those bees coming through the mountains? They're probably sitting there saying, yep, here's one shell for that one. Here's one shell for that one. And, I can understand that it would probably drive you freaking insane.
Well,
if
plus
you moved out there 20 years ago looking for peace and quiet, and now you have us.
If you're out by Tapaco, I mean, you're by the Tail of Dragon. 20 years ago, Tail of Dragon was still popular. Right. So
it wasn't.
You're right, because I was there.
Yes.
But I was there. You're right.
Obviously, It's way more popular now. And I got to tell you, I don't like that road. I don't want to be on it. I don't like it.
Agreed.
Unfortunately, you have to go down it in order to get to some of these other amazing roads. But it makes me nervous. And Matt hanging out on TikTok looking for these videos, but there were multiple motorcycle accidents. There was that Ferrari accident. And you know what? It's crazy. It is crazy. And you really can't go that fast. But when you do, people lose it and lean over into the other lane or get over that double line. I'm not a big fan.
Hey, fuckers.
And you could be the best driver too.
Fuckers.
It doesn't matter.
We have a TikTok page, just so you know. I'm on TikTok because I'm uploading our videos. Just so you know. We have a TikTok page, by the way.
Dances.
He's practicing as it uploads.
I mean, could you, like the one for the Ferrari? That guy's driving.
It's a panel van.
He's driving 15 miles up that thing, probably trying to get to his cabin.
Yeah.
And a Ferrari comes around and smacks him. I mean,
yeah.
So,
and that's
you're right.
The thing is that road is actually a road to get to somewhere. People use it.
Well, in addition to that,
it's a main thoroughfare. Yeah.
But ultimately, we had a great time just because it was a little bit smaller, a little bit more intimate, and you got to hang out with folks. And it was pretty chill. It wasn't a raging party. It was just kind of chill, and it was just nice.
Casey and I weren't.
Well, no, George wasn't there. It wasn't anything to do with you guys. George wasn't there.
Okay.
I won't ever shit on any of these big rallies because RDR is fantastic. Farron is fantastic when we've gone and it's been 30 cars. It's fantastic. But I do think there's something to having a smaller group of 9 or 10 cars. Obviously, my rally is still young and new, and maybe one day it would become 15, 20, 30 cars. But having that small group, James, as you said, being able to sit at a single large table and get to know each and every member, what they do for work, what do they do for fun outside of cars, who their spouse is, those sort of things. Those are friendships that you end up making that last outside of, as we know,
right here. Yeah.
This whole thing started off with that,
Absolutely.
but as you know, last outside of the 3-day rally. And I think that's really, really fun and unique to create those friendships over something as cool as, a 911 driving in the mountains.
Right. Well, it would have been nice if everyone was there, obviously, because we do what we do. But it was nice. I would say that in the smaller group, it's pretty cool. So I can see on yours, Casey, where you have 6 or 8 folks, that you become pretty tight knit, right? Based on spending all that time together, just like we did in our rogue group, right? Our rogue group out there getting lost and shit. And then we just keep on going. But yeah.
No PEC. Was there a PEC after or anything? Nope. Okay.
No, I know that a few folks going back to Florida had stopped.
Okay.
So, Aaron
and anybody new to the group that you haven't seen, like other than?
Yeah, there were a couple people. What was really cool was there were a couple new folks, and then there were folks that you knew by their face but never had a chance to talk to, and actually sat down and talked to them and actually drove with them. So
that's cool.
It was super cool.
Yeah.
And the amount of 997 GT3s that were there was really neat. So I could talk to a number of folks, and Mike has the same exact car, exact setup as I do. He has brand new Olins on it. So he was going through the same exact thing I was as far as trying to dial in for him. Right. So we all don't have the same settings just based on we all are different drivers. So it was neat. And you could just bounce off of everybody as far as, hey, this is what I'm getting. What are you getting? That type of thing. So
that's cool.
And I would say for those new drivers, this was probably the perfect event for them to retain them. Because, as you said, James, you got to talk and intermingle with everyone. And that's, again, for us, we had a small group. I don't remember the first year, maybe 20 cars or whatever. But our group was so good because we were kind of lost and we all got to chat and have fun. But it's like we ended up retaining those friendships because of that small group. And then when that, Farron goes next year and more people come back because of life or, whatever happened to make it a smaller group, those guys join in and they're like, I know that guy. I know that guy. I know that guy.
Right.
And I'm certainly going to join in the conversation and eat at that table and join in those conversations.
Yeah.
And you retain those people long term rather than a group of 30 or 40 people where you feel maybe a bit intimidated, even though they're all Porsche car people. Intimidated to jump in those conversations.
I wouldn't even say it's intimidation. It's more about time, right?
Yeah, I agree.
So,
time.
But here's the thing: small group or larger group, it doesn't matter. I've had fun on every farm that I've gone on, and it's nice to share that with Paula. It's nice to be out there in a water cooled after doing a number of air cooled. It's just a completely different experience. So, totally had a blast, and can't wait until next year and maybe Strasse in August. Who knows? But it's kind of cool to get these cars out there and have some fun on these remote roads. Once you get out,
you all had Josh's group leading you. Who were your leads?
Josh and Eric.
Perfect.
Yep. So I haven't run with Josh, but ultimately, I guess I did run with Josh. If he was leader of this first group and Eric was leader of the second group when we merged, I could hear everything that, Josh was saying, and we just follow along. But, they're both great.
What car was Eric driving?
I don't know. He showed up with a couple different ones. So he had a GT4, right?
Yeah.
And then he had a 992 4S cab. right? So you're sitting there. This is the best part because these leaders, they grew up here. They know these roads like the back of their hand, but you're sitting there and you're wheeling it like, yeah, I'm doing great. And then you're behind Josh and his arm is hanging out of this
we're
992.
driving in flip flops.
Just
yeah,
feel like, shit, man, I thought I was doing so good.
Well, it's going to be interesting.
Bring up flip flops with me and fucking do it. Don't do it.
It's going to be interesting if you do go to Strasse next year. It'd be interesting because I wonder if the time of year has a big factor on the amount of traffic because you have the leaves changing.
Well,
you have a lot of people there trying to see all of that, and that just clogs up the roads even more.
Yeah, 100%. I know that Aaron has already locked in his dates in August for Strassen next year, and I'm thinking, hey, August up in the mountains, not too bad, but there's no leaves going, and I would assume that maybe 20% of that traffic won't be up there to look at leaves. Who knows? But in the end, people have to work, and it's going to happen.
Yeah. And that's the balance when you're doing a fall event, because obviously, like, if you're going to do a fall event, you might as well include the natural beauty. But like this year, Virginia, the leaves have just started over the last week, and here we are, very late October. And I don't know again how it is in North Georgia. Maybe it's earlier, maybe it's later, but like it's just starting
it's
here.
Beautiful.
And so, yeah, we've got a couple weeks left, but I mean, it's not. Typically, it's earlier than this, and so you plan an event or whatever, and it's
Yeah, we went through places where we had to just crawl because there were pedestrians walking across the road to take photos from overlooks and such. We stopped at a number of overlooks, and it's just amazing. And here's the thing for me is like I'm just a few hours away from doing that. I could just do that every Saturday if I wanted to, but it's a different experience when you're with a group of people, like-minded people, looking to do the same thing. So
always
good time.
Cool, man. That's awesome.
All right, we're not 75. Let's fucking stop talking about leaves. Matt, what's up next?
Well, real quick. So while we're talking about cars, what's the update on your car?
That needs to be a whole segment
next subject
in itself. We can't.
Oh, it needs a whole.
What the fuck is Kevin doing? Kevin going to sleep?
I don't know what he's doing.
We can maybe on next podcast we can go into that, and then I can talk.
Okay, cool. Because I just wanted to get an update. Yeah. So one thing I want to talk about real quick, and talking about George, he sent us actually this he sent it to me on Instagram. Did you guys see the article about Rimax's new EV battery tech? Not that we're big EV lovers, but they've developed a battery that will charge from 10 to 80% in 6.5 minutes.
This is not a quick swap Chinese thing where you see them like change the taxi battery?
It is not a quick swap Chinese deal. Let's see here. I've got the article. So it's saying Rimac has unveiled a next generation solid state EV battery that charges from 10 to 80% in just 6.5 minutes, which is faster than filling up a tank of gas. It's developed with Prologium and Mitsubishi Chemical. It's a joint venture. The battery delivers high voltage and fire safety, packs more power and less space, and retains over 95% capacity, even in extreme cold.
But how long is this battery going to last?
It doesn't.
Yeah, that's the biggest question, and we obviously don't know if it's a new technology. But if it truly charges 6.5 minutes, which is not shorter than me filling up my gas tank of 23 gallons. But if the infrastructure was there, that all of a sudden becomes a viable option. Now, we don't know what 80% distance is. Like if it's a 300 MHA battery, right, that you charge your iPhone with, well, 6.5 minutes doesn't do anything. But if that gives you 300 miles in 6.5 minutes, now we're talking a real technology and something that could really change the landscape. Again, I always go back to my life and how I drive. Matt, you're similar. Like you were in, North Florida, Southern Georgia, Savannah, etc. last week, right? Like you don't have an hour to sit on the side of the road to fucking charge. Now, if you can get those 300 miles in 6.5 minutes, fucking sign me up. If that's going to be cheaper and better, sign me up. That's something I can live with. But I have a feeling that this is 80% charge up to 80 miles or some bullshit
it doesn't
range
say. It just
that
says
doesn't make any difference.
It says it uses cell-to-pack architecture, indirect refrigerant cooling, and achieves remarkable power density while maintaining compact size and weight. The technology is set to debut in high-performance EVs in Q4 of 2027, which, Rimac has partnered with Porsche on a lot of their architecture. So it'll be interesting to see if this rolls into the Porsche brand.
Which is what, like the 400 volt or 800 volt architecture or whatever, which is, again, very cool. But the range here matters, and what 80% gets you is the actual like defining point.
But it's also,
2 years away.
We're sitting around right now, if you want to think about it on the TV sense, right? We're driving around in our first generation LED, right? TVs that cost $6,000 for 40-inch TV, right? And then all of a sudden that same TV right now is $300.
Yeah, I just bought a TV and it was $199 for 50-inch.
Yeah,
50-inch for $199.
Right.
Unbelievable.
Crazy.
So, right now we're busted on all these EVs because they're so inefficient in what it costs to actually produce that power. But it's all going to change. But here's the thing, we're not going to do this overnight. And I think that's what we're all saying is, hey, let's be smart about this. Let's work on these batteries. Let's get them to be more efficient, quicker, last longer, and put them in a hybrid. And then we're all happy for the next 10 years while you're developing these. And then we slowly go into this full EV, right? I think we all embrace that. I think that the full on, hey, tomorrow we're switching by 2030. You're done with your
It's stupid as
ice.
fuck.
It's not happening. It's not happening, and it's not going to happen.
Well, Porsche already rolled back. I mean, Porsche already said the new
They have a new
Boxster and
CEO. I wonder why they have a new CEO.
The new
because
Boxster and
CEO
Cayman
went
is going to
all
be
in on electric, and bye-bye.
Yeah. Well, they did say now that it won't be for every model, but all the GT models will remain ICE engines, and then the basic, Boxster and Cayman will still be EV technology.
But the sad thing is that if I could do my job a little better, I could always be better at my job. But like, if I could have my accounts order more product rather than me having to take it in, which I very well could do. I just suck at my job. But like, I could drive something like a Cayman to work every day. Say a base Cayman. Okay. So it's currently a 2-liter turbocharged engine that gets 35 miles a gallon, something like that. So Porsche is taking the opportunity or the money away from me or from themselves by saying that, no, you are no longer a customer of mine because you drive too far. You drive too much. I don't want you, right? By taking that 2-liter turbo away, they're saying they don't want my money because an EV cannot do what I need it to do. I need to actually fill up in 4 minutes, and I need to actually drive 400, 500, 600 miles a day, which is not uncommon. I love to drive my wife's Cayman. She's got the 718 Cayman. It's a fantastic car, and I will occasionally take it to accounts that stock my products, and I don't have to carry shit in, and it's amazing. It's a fun car to put highway miles on. Even though driving on the highway sucks, it makes you feel special when you're in it. And by Porsche, to me, turning their back on people who need to put long distance on their vehicle, on a relatively cheap vehicle, which base Cayman, I don't know what it is, but like, her car was inexpensive in the grand scheme of things. But like, they're saying you don't matter. And that's frustrating because I think there is a segment of the population that we don't believe in EVs necessarily yet, want a fun car that is fun to drive, like the Toyota Scion, those sort of BRZ type cars that came in, while an elevated model of that can be in that same category. And I think they're giving the middle finger to you. And I think that's unfortunate.
Maybe their tune is changing. They just said goodbye to their CEO. So ICE is here. It's going to be here for a while.
ICE is here, baby. ICE,
there
baby.
You go.
Well, that's the other ICE that's, kidnapping
but here's
people.
Here's
but
the thing is,
conversation.
Consumers, we all talk with our wallets.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's pretty loud and clear on what we think about Porsche going full on electric. So
which is
it's
shocking,
not
right?
only
Like
hurt,
we know that they've had,
but it's not only hurt Porsche, but it's hurt VW, right? You have this massive company that has now, based on doing all in on electric, has jeopardized the actual stability of Porsche itself.
and I don't know that we've discussed it on here, but I think because we're car people, we kind of have skipped over this point. But we did not, like, people don't buy the Cayman necessarily, or really, who buys a Cayman for the way it looks? People buy a Cayman for how it performs and how it makes them feel in the driving experience. And we know that the electric vehicle experience is not replicated or does not match the ICE version, right? There's so much more that goes along with the internal combustion engine when you're driving it that gives you the feels, that gives you those vibes that make you want to sit in that seat. And when you take that vehicle and take away the range and the easiness of going on a drive, I think they made the right choice by changing their CEO, because they're losing touch with the enthusiast driver that bought those cars.
Right. You can't force it on your on the public, on your crowd, right? I mean, think about it. You know, every one of us has nothing but gray in our beards, right? We're talking to a crowd that has the same wants and needs, right? As far as the cars go. So, but there's a whole generation that can barely grow any facial hair that don't give a shit. They would much rather sit in the car on their laptop while the car drives itself to the next destination. Got to keep that in mind, right? Are we the last generation
James,
of car enthusiasts? Or
I don't know if that's
are
the
we
case,
going to
but
bring up these young kids that actually like it?
But I think what Porsche is missing is that Porsche buyers stereotypically are very loyal to the brand, and they drive the brand because they like the aesthetics and the feel and the charm that having. I mean, let's face facts. A rear engine 911 from a technological standpoint is not the best way to do things, but we drive them because we like the way they are. Right? We like them. An EV motor is not going to make it more charming. Just not.
No,
but
it misses
I think
the
what
whole
they've
point.
done. I think what they've done, where you have the electric motor spooling up the turbos, so you have no lag. That's smart. That's a great way to do it. So keep doing it until we can't do it.
I'm fine with them making electric models, because guess what? Maybe it'll drive people that don't want ICE engines to the brand. That's fine. Just don't do that and alienate your core customer.
What? I agree. I agree 100%. I was laughing at Kevin, but
Kevin,
I agree 100% that there's got to be a way. There's got to be a way that you make these side by side. And I understand why they say, oh, it's just going to be our higher level cars that are ICE engines. But again, you have to introduce people to the brand at some point. Kevin, you're a fucking retard.
Right. Whoever is not
Cayman,
watching this on YouTube, go to YouTube, because Kevin's friggin' drinking heavily.
But the Cayman and the Boxster are supposed to be the introduction to the Porsche brand. And if you don't have that cheap entry level, and I'm using cheap in quotations, let's not be unrealistic, but you got to have that cheap entry level car, that base Cayman, that base Boxster, that base Macan, where people can reach. They're reaching for it. They want to obtain that Porsche status, because it is a status brand. They want to reach that. And if you don't allow them into it, you lose that customer forever.
Yep. I agree. All right. So let's move on to the next topic real quick. So over the weekend, I don't have the opportunity to do this a lot, but my son and I spent some time together. Work schedules aligned. And here in the Orlando area, anyone's ever been here, we have kind of a, I don't know if you want to call it shopping district or whatever, but it's called Old Town. And Old Town is, you know.
I thought you was going to say Disney Springs.
No, not District Springs. No.
Disney.
No. Kevin knows what Old Town is. So Old Town is just like that. It's, it's a bunch of like shops and everything. But every Friday night and Saturday night, they do a classic car show. Friday nights are usually more newer stuff, and Saturday nights are like anything pre 1980, and you get all kind of stuff there. And I threw a bunch of stuff up on my personal Instagram. But long story short, while we were there last Saturday night, seeing kind of cool stuff, I started thinking, all right, if we were to pick kind of like what our top 5 cars for our own little garage would be from pre 1980. What would you pick? I was just curious. Pre 1980s. Well, you could if you want to include 80s, that's fine. I'm fine with 80s.
If you didn't do the proper research, you can include the 80s. Okay.
It's totally fine. And we don't need, I mean, if you guys have photos, great, but we don't need enough photos. I just figured we would throw it out there and see kind of what you guys.
I'm doing photos, man.
You can do photos, it's fine.
I prepped on this thing.
So who wants to get started? What
Go ahead, James,
you guys
since you prepped.
I'll go first. I don't have 5 cars, but I'll tell you
that's
3.
Fine. Yeah. What you got? What would you like?
First car, actually, I do have a photo.
And this isn't a money thing. This is just what you like. I mean, what would you like to have?
I got it. Understood the assignment. I'd love to have my first, one of my first cars back, which was a 1964 Buick Skylark convertible, much like this one here. I had a darker blue than this one, but it was dark blue, had this silver accent down the side, white. It was vinyl. Vinyl interior, but it was fucking amazing. I was talking to my wife about it this evening. She was not as impressed as all the high school girls were, but really fun car.
It looks cool. It looks very cool.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
I like it.
It was a really fun car. A 3-speed automatic. It was great.
Backseat bigger than my car.
Yes, yeah. It had a Wildcat 310 in it, which was a very anemic V6 engine. I would definitely swap that today. But
310 cubic inch, putting out 112 horsepower.
Yeah, on a very cold day. Yeah. The other one is my parents had a 69, maybe wrong, but it was a gray market Volkswagen Beetle that was imported, disassembled, and then imported into Kentucky, reassembled. And I can tell you, it was reassembled not always correct, using all the correct fasteners. Even remembering to when I was 16, like there was like sheet metal self-tapping screws in the door panels. But VW Beetle accordion top, and that's what I learned to drive a manual in. Nice. And it was so fun. Like it was a punch buggy, and all my friends fucking hated it and make fun of me for it. But
Still
I thought it was so cool. It was so cool. The 4-speed manual was amazing. That's what I learned to drive a stick on, and I will forever remember it, for those good, memories with my mom teaching me how to drive a stick. Like it was great. It was great.
No matter what you think of the bug, if you had one, you still talk about it, right? We all know that Kevin was full in on the bugs, and no one says a bad thing about him.
Ashley was asking me tonight, would you drive that again? I said, fuck yes.
Well, yeah.
I would own that again right now, and I would drive that. I would love it. Now, driving on 6481 may be a little scary, but I would definitely drive it. And then I'm just going to do 3, Matt, because I could go into Austin Healey's and like
blah, blah, blah.
I would own all those, or a DB,
MGs
forever. For sure, because all those are classic cars that you love. But of course, number 3 has to come back around to Porsche, and I'd love a 1979 Turbo. There's, that classic look. Oh, give it to me every day of the week. The 4-speed, like I would fucking love it, and I would kill to have one of these in my garage. But maybe one day. But those will be my 3. I don't have 5, but those will be 3 quick.
I have 5, and I'm going next.
Go ahead.
And I got pictures. Guess what?
There you go.
Yep. So first car, we have a 911, but long hood. No G-body here. Let's go with the long hood, just for a little bit something different, a little bit older feel, a little bit more of a mechanical.
Was that a 67? You don't know.
I think it's a 72. I don't know. Okay. I just had ChatGPT grab some of my photos.
There you go.
Thanks, ChatGPT.
Yes. So second one, 240 through 280.
Datsun.
Skip to 260. So this was my first car, was a 280. This is a 240. So if you couldn't afford a Porsche, this is what you would want, right? Just to get ripping on a budget with style. You can't deny the style here.
No,
that's great. Just fantastic. All right.
2002. Come on,
almost
let's
went there.
fucking go.
Hell yeah. You know, we're talking BMWs, you know, classic BMWs of the 80s. Well, since we're not doing the 80s, let's get to the 70s. And really, this is the base of most of what happened in the 80s. So, right? The Volvo.
There you
right?
go.
Same seller.
Yep.
Yeah. So this is where I got my photos from. Then, hey, this is, you know, high school times.
Dude, Z28s are a good time.
If you were cool in high school, you drove a Z28, baby.
So can I tell you a story about the Z28?
Sure.
So I drove my punch buggy to my uncle's house to go hunting when I was, this would have been 16, 17, 18 years old when I was in high school. He had an old Z28 that he had worked on for years and years and years. The dude lives in Cynthiana, Kentucky, podunk, and this was his prized possession. The car was it's kind of like poop brown on the sides. The center hood, roof, trunk was
gold,
like bass boat black with sparkles, like every color of the rainbow in the glitter. Everything in the engine bay was chromed and like whatever. And of course, that's where I learned, like, he would say, you know, when I got in the passengers, Casey, got anything in your pockets? Like, so I would, you know, like, I still to this day, when someone gets in my 911, I'm like, hey, you ain't got like a Shark money clip or something in your pocket, right? Because it's like
when you punch it
in me.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So I just remember those. Good.
I was just gonna say, like, I fucking love those Z28s because of that, and like, I would own one. Like, I'm sure I've never driven one. I'm sure it's terrible, but I would own one because my Uncle Chuck. Yes, my Uncle Chuck owned it. It chromed everything. He fucking loved it, and I would love it the same way.
Well, I just remember if you got in one and you punched it, the whole front end would just lift right up, and you're just gone.
But not symmetric.
No,
it would torque, right?
Unless you had a posi.
Yeah, exactly.
Posi track.
Yeah.
All right, Kevin, Mr. I'm interested in what Kevin has because, Kevin, out of all of us, Kevin's had such an eclectic car collection with the T-Bucket, and you had a Continental, right? Didn't you have a Continental?
No, I had a 1966 Ford LTD.
LTD, yeah. So I mean, you've had an eclectic mix of cars. So I'm interested to see what you pick.
None of those. So since I've had so many of these cars, 1956 Ferrari 290. That's one of them. Like, it reminds me of the Speed Racer car.
Right.
The cartoon. I mean, you didn't say if money was an object, so I just picked that one.
No, money is no object. I mean, that's the whole point of this. Yeah.
Also, another car that I love, which we never had here in the States, is the MK1 1972 Ford Escort twin cam. They're huge in England. We never got those here. Cool little cars. They sound amazing. They were very inexpensive, so that would be one of my kind of inexpensive cars.
Cool.
I
just had to look it up. Like, that's fucking cool.
They're really cool cars. I have a couple friends in England, and they're really into those MK1s and a lot of the old cars we never had here in the States.
I think Cosworth did a package for the MK1 too.
They did.
So.
And also too, like over there, you go to Goodwood and Players Car Show, and they race these cars. So I don't know. That was the first time I've kind of seen them. I didn't know what they wore. And
that's super cool. I would fucking cool rock cars. That. Awesome.
But if you don't have the visual, it kind of looks like a Ford Maverick.
Yes, or the small Cobras. Remember the 1980s Cobras?
Yeah,
Kinda, yeah, that's what definitely looks like. Third car would be 1963 for a 250 GT SWB.
Yeah, of course.
Beautiful car.
The first
50 million laying
version
around.
one.
Oh yeah, I think they're like 8 million or something like that. So
did
kind
you
of like
see?
A hatch.
You see the version 1 versus version 2 conversation on that YouTube channel?
No, because I don't watch YouTube.
I'll look it up. Sorry.
So that kind of reminds me of a Ford Mustang hatchback. Or not
Fastback.
hatchback,
Fastback.
fastback, right? Kind of has that look. And, you know, I do love trucks. So I did used to have a 19, well, I would say, I had a 66 S10 long bed, but I did like my wife's. In fact, I can probably pull hers up. She had a 1956 truck that it was such a cool truck. I love the truck.
She was a driver in 56? Damn.
No, but she had this truck. It was awesome. It was
weird.
Well, she's from Indiana. I mean, come on, guys. Like, you know this.
Aaron, love you.
So this is the truck that she had.
Dang.
On
Very
bags.
Nice.
That's fucking awesome. That's hot.
It was super
Is that
cool.
why you married her?
No.
You think you were getting that truck?
It did not like her.
It's
so
for
I've
the
had
corn.
every car, like 66 Cadillac, 66 LTD, 66 Bug, 66 C10. I don't know what it is about 66. But
66 Seiko they got on there, right?
yeah. I do like an all black 66 Cadillac. Not convertible, just kind of like this. So I used to have the 66 Cadillac. Let's show you a picture of it. Let's see if I have it here. There you go. This car had 8,600 miles on it, and I bought it for $8,600. Let's see if it zooms in.
Nice.
To have that in all black with the gray interior would be badass, and a bubble top. Like a nice bubble top Bel Air would be cool. But I've had so many hot rods. Those cars, you work on them, you drive them. You work on them, you drive them. And then the Shelby, like an original Shelby Daytona. I think that car gets, not a lot of people know about that car, like that car, but just a Daytona. It's a beautiful car. My wife's favorite car is a Shelby CSX, and I've always tried to convince her to get the Daytona, and she's not having it. So she wants a convertible. I don't know. I mean, I originally thought it said 80s car, so I was going to pick like a Typhoon, Cyclone.
Yeah.
Grand National, like I had all these Stereon, like I had, and then you said, pre-80, and I'm like,
well, we can do so. Maybe for next week we do 80 to.
Well, there goes my.
Didn't we do that? Didn't we do that?
We did.
So
We did, but it's been so long ago. Listen,
and all that
we're at the
stuff.
point now. We've been doing this 2
Killer car.
years, man. We can repeat some stuff. It's fine. But anyway, plus
yours,
our taste change. Let me.
1914.
Huh? There's a 914 on there,
Epcot.
but. Very much like Aaron, I've always wanted a 69 427.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the quintessential like 60s car.
That car, that motor is too big for that car.
Correct. Yeah. No, exactly.
It will kill you.
So,
Yes.
and the reality is, although as much as the big block is and how
But
much
Matt
fun this car is.
doesn't know where the gas pedal is, so it'll be fine.
What do you mean I don't know where the gas pedal is? What are you talking about?
I'm just fucking with you.
I
Just
know.
fucking
I
with
know.
you.
Listen.
That you might not ever do a burnout in that.
Oh, no,
and
no.
spin through the
I do
rotator.
burnouts. I just don't do them when Stacy's in the car with me because she gets mad. So anyway, these cars are great. I could never afford an original one, but I could damn sure afford a kit. The kits have really come down. They got to a point where they're close
Factory
to.
are amazing.
Dude, there was a backdraft. Which backdrafts are usually start off like 105. There was one for sale the other day for like 55. So they've really dropped in price.
When I was a kid,
Have you ever driven one?
What's that? I have not. No.
Yeah, I've heard they're actually kind of
They kinda
miserable
suck.
to drive.
Yeah.
They are. I think the 289 is the one that is the one that handles a lot better than the 427.
Well, and you think about it,
car.
the cars weigh nothing. I mean, they're literally like 1,400 pounds. So
that Skyline would be on my list right there.
But
That's
back in the
Yeah.
in the 70s, the kit versions, those fiberglass ones were everywhere.
correct. Yeah. So number 2 on my list, we've always talked about this. I'm a JDM guy at heart. I've always loved JDM. So a 69 Skyline, actually not 69, 71 Skyline GTR, the first generation.
Sign me up for that.
These things
Yeah.
are awesome, man. I love the boxy style. I think these things are just absolutely beautiful. Also love DB5. Got to have an Aston DB5.
Yeah, that.
That's
Yeah, I
dope.
mean that's just
He may
again
have used that same photo before.
James
Does
Bond.
that have the missiles?
Beautiful.
Does that have the missiles and the smoke?
Yeah, no,
coming
this
out?
is not
Yeah,
the
I
James
think it
Bond one,
did.
but this is the James Bond car. Just beautiful car. Again, 914,
Boom.
but this is the 914 GT. They only made very few of them. So
Yeah.
this would be a
Good
cool.
luck. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, listen. This is imaginary. Money's no
You
object.
build one.
Yep. And then last but not least would be a Toyota.
Oh, yes. The most beautiful car.
Yeah, I mean, this is right up there with the.
That's the
Or
Toyota
Ferrari
2000
250.
GT.
Yeah, this 2000
Yeah.
GT.
Yeah,
Those are $2 million at this
Yeah.
point.
And have you guys ever seen one of these in person?
I
It
have.
is insane how small they are.
67, right? That's the
Right.
67.
This
I
is
think.
67. Yep.
Yep.
And it is insane how small these things are. I mean, they are.
Yes.
I mean, it's literally, it's almost smaller than a Miata. They are tiny, tiny cars.
Well, that's wild, and I can understand because when we saw what was it, the 901 at Luft, like how tiny that was. Like, so I can imagine.
Came
and
up
if
to your hip.
you took that front tire, yeah, and you took that front tire and took it 1, 2, you're probably at the rear tire. So you're talking 4 tire widths,
Yep.
in length. That's wild.
But
And I
Toyota's
think
done that a lot.
car too, that Toyota car. So a lot of people don't know this. I think, and I may be wrong, but people see that car. That was in the movie You Only Live Twice. But that car, they built a convertible one because Sean Connery was too tall. I think he's like 6'1", 6'2".
Okay.
So they built 2 convertibles. I don't think they ever made a convertible for
They
the
didn't
Japanese
sell
For the
one,
market.
movie?
No, so they made that car because he was too tall. Because I think the character was Aki or something like that in Japan. I love that movie, and I remember watching that movie, and I was like, "What is that car?" And I went down a rabbit hole looking like everything. I was
Yeah.
like, $2 million, like
Yeah,
for Toyota.
it's crazy, and the Jag E-Type is up there on my list as well. I didn't put it on here because the styling is so
Same.
similar to the 2000 GT, and I'd
Yeah.
rather have the 2000 GT over an E-Type.
Well, I would have put the same car on there, Matt. That was my thought process. But I actually went for something. All of mine were like obtainable right now.
Obtainable cars.
You can just
Right.
go get them. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a fun exercise.
Good stuff.
Yeah,
I loved it.
good stuff. All right, guys. Well, it's been
Well,
an
let's
hour
have
and
one
11
more
minutes.
swig and call it an evening.
Yeah, man. You guys got anything else big on your plans for this week?
Survive.
I'm going to try to sell some stuff and convert some business. And
Speaking
I don't know,
about selling
maybe-
stuff, have you guys been on Facebook Marketplace? Like pricing is crazy dropping on cars.
Yeah,
Like we can definitely
Let's
talk
go.
about that. Like, but I'm telling you, Porsches are going back down. Coupes are going for 45,000. I'm seeing
go.
like a
Let's
lot of cars that are.
give me an 84 or 89 that hits 40 grand. I'm in right
you
now.
can find that. You can
I'm
find
in.
that.
I'll show you a 1982 right now in yellow for 45,000. One owner, 30,000
That's
miles. on it.
Crazy,
Mhm.
isn't it? So I've been tracking these 991 GT3s, right? And
Yeah.
so I'll just bring up the Porsche site, open them up in tabs, and then I'll just keep it there, right? I'll just close it. I'll just reduce it, and then I'll come back 3 weeks later, open them up, just look at that, and then I'll go to the site, refresh it, and see the price differences as far as
Flash,
how
yeah.
they've dropped. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and on Facebook, to Kevin's point, on Facebook Marketplace, it kind of keeps what you've looked at. And so when you go back in there, all of them will say price drop, price drop, price drop. I mean, everybody is dropping their prices.
Let's go.
Well, you know
Let's
what?
go.
My inbox is full of price drops on Zillow. It just seems like
I'm not.
things are correcting
I
a
am
little
not
bit.
gonna miss. I'm not buying a fucking house, but I'm not gonna miss another wild price drop and not jump into the air cooled market. If this economy continues to take a shit, I'm gonna jump in, and I don't know where the fuck I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna have to rent someone
Doesn't
else's
matter.
garage. No, but I'm gonna jump in.
And I just sent Casey that one. Like I said,
Damn it!
Oh, you didn't
I mean,
share it with
it's-
all of us?
no.
Can always use
didn't.
another
Casey
one.
has dibs.
Can a brother get a deal?
Yeah.
Can a brother get a deal?
So this
Can a
car, I
brother
was
get a
looking at
deal?
it so much that I was like, man, I might
Do I need a third air cool?
have to get this one. Like, I was actually talking to my wife about trading in my Manti. I saw a guy on, I don't know if I shared it with you guys.
Yellow
Yeah.
over blue, original. Yellow over blue. The driver's seat's not original, but yellow over blue, original. That's pretty
Yeah.
hot.
But they had a 1991 964 turbo in ruby redstone, only 6 made, like $290,000. I was like,
wow.
I would take that car and drive the piss out of it over my 992.
Yes.
And she's like,
absolutely.
yeah, like
absolutely.
100%. And there's only 6 of those made in that color. And I was like, oh my God, this car, it had like 100,000 miles on it. Mint car, like blue chip car. I was like, she's like $200,000. I'm like, 200, I think 299, something 299, I think it was. I was like, this thing is just, so yeah.
Hits.
Wheels, parts, everything is just on the market now. The market.
What does that say about your Manti? Are you not driving it? You don't care? What's the dealio?
No, I just don't care for it. Like, I drove it on Aaron's birthday. We went out.
We need character.
Yeah, we went out to dinner. For you guys who don't follow me, you guys all know, but I ripped all the decals off of my
I saw
85.
that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I'm going to paint the hood, paint the fenders, get rid of all the rock chips. It's starting to come up a little bit like rust. So, and now that I have a guy here that can paint, I'm going to do that and either going to do another livery or just leave it.
You're
red.
not going. No, you're not. No, you're not. We all know that. I'm calling bullshit on that. There's no way.
So I did want to go to a Ditadora livery, which is kind of an Italian green, white, and red because I played soccer. But it's kind of like
you
Italian.
like Christmas. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I kind of looked at that, and then I looked at maybe doing a tag, or what's the other one called? James, you know.
Which one?
Bastillo, or it was like a rally car. And believe it or not, I actually thought about doing. I hate to do it, and I know I'd get slack. Maybe do the Marlboro. I mean, I would out of respect ask
it
Mike.
It looks so good, though.
Yeah, I would ask Mike, do you mind if I do this?
I don't think everywhere. You care. I mean,
actually, they're everywhere at this point. I would say do something a little bit more unique.
Different?
Yeah. Even if it was fucking Coca-Cola.
So I thought about that too, but
I love
Coca-Cola is so new. I know I could do it right. I mean, I got Ron that could come up with something crazy. So I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about what I can do. That has to be a red base. I even thought about doing a red rooster because the guy we're building a car for, he's from Australia, and that's like a big company there, and nobody would know it. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But.
Well, I just bought that yellow G-body while you were talking.
Did you find it?
Yeah, I did. It's very simple. It's very easy. Yeah. It's literally the first car that came up under 911 for me.
Yeah. It's too rough. I don't. The mismatched interior would drive me insane.
Oh,
it's one seat.
That's the easiest thing to change.
It's got 30,000 miles on it. Now, James, do you
we
know
don't know
it's
that's real? You don't know that it's real.
38,000 miles is a 76, right? So it's underpowered.
Is it a TMU though, or is that real mileage?
Yeah.
And is that a magnesium case or is that an aluminum case? I think it's aluminum.
Magnesium. No. 76, that's magnesium.
I don't know the switchover.
I am really sure.
I guarantee it's got rust.
2 owners though. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. I mean,
there's no galvanization on there, so that'll have rust somewhere. I guarantee it.
2.7. There you go. 2.7 liter, and it's got a 5-speed 915.
That's what I'm running in. That's what I'm running into with the 915s is that none of them were galvanized bodies, and everything I find is just fucking rusted.
It's going to be shit.
Yeah,
you're going to have to.
Like I told you, Matt, you need to find a car that somebody has already fixed.
Yeah.
Being 100%. That, hey, I'm doing this guy's car right now. He's going to have a lot of money into the car.
Yeah. Well, and that's why I'm in no hurry. Like I said, if something comes across and it's a good deal, great. I mean, you
got all that money from those motorcycles you sold. I mean,
I know,
you should be able to buy a 911 twin turbo.
Spin that shit.
But
put it back in the economy.
German Excellence right here in Orlando has a yellow one on sale. They wanted 20 for it. They got it down to 18 now, but it's literally a $14,000 car. I'm not going to overpay for something for
You shouldn't overpay, especially the economy you're coming into.
Exactly,
shit's going to be coming up for sale.
Yeah, right now everything.
You find that poor schmuck that fucking needs cash. And you give him 10.
I'm in no hurry, but the reality is, if G bodies keep dropping, fuck it, I'll keep waiting and just friggin' buy one of those.
Let's fucking go. Yeah. You and I will get the
Kevin,
$12,000.
What are you gonna say, Kevin? You're thinking.
You know, Casey.
The problem is,
how many of those old fashions did you have there, buddy?
Yeah,
I just had one, but this is my fourth pour. Third pour. I don't know. Let's go.
Love it. Fucking awesome.
Well.
You should partake. I don't know why you don't partake in this.
Well, not only in the Bourbon, but in the air cooled. I think
Yeah.
you guys should
Yeah.
pony up and get in while you can.
That's the problem is when you have cash in your pocket and the air cooleds are open.
It
Yeah.
burns.
Bad news. And
James,
Matt, I don't know if you have this.
Stop talking,
Hold
Casey.
on. Kevin, you stop talking. I have my wife in my ear saying, Casey, why don't you can go do that? I think it'd be fine if you go do that.
Yes.
And you know that's a terrible thing because it's a trick.
Well,
I have the exact opposite.
Wait,
I have
did you just say wife supporting buying a new car is terrible? You're crazy, dude. Go fucking buy it.
No. I didn't say that's terrible. I said it's a trick. It's a trick. It's always a trick.
Yes, it is a trick.
There's a horse involved.
Yes, exactly. You buy that, and then we're like, oh, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Something
Horsepower,
to say,
baby.
Kevin?
Involved. Yeah.
Before you
So,
were
James, do
interrupted.
out of all the cars that you've had, the Porsches, I asked you this question: do you not like driving your SE more than any other car?
Oh, I love
your
driving
912.
that car. Okay, so the SC.
Yeah, you've got actually, James, you have one of the best spreads
Yes,
100%.
of engine and body
Yeah.
that anyone that I know. You go 997
or
all the way
912.
back to the 912.
Right.
Yeah, and you
Right.
had the 991. You're right. Yeah.
So, look, the 912 is fun in its own way. It's like a little golf cart, and you can just rip with that thing and go slow. Feels like you're doing 100. It's just fun. It is just the most fun you can have, not going crazy fast. Like if I'm doing 80 on the highway, I am ripping. It's
Right.
fantastic, right? And then look, the SC is dialed in for rallies, and I don't drive it nearly as much as I used to. But every time I get in it, it's just like, oh my God, why aren't I driving this like every day? It is
Right.
so
Actually,
good. So good.
James, I would actually like you to do like a dissection of each of these models and talk us through what you like and maybe what you don't like and compare them back and forth. Because I think it would be a great, like, you know, Kevin, you have a decent spread, but like Matt, you and I, we're 997
One and done,
guys,
baby.
right? Like,
Yeah, one and done.
right? Like that's all we have to compare to. We want air cooleds, but like we don't have really any driving experience to compare it to. So you guys, like, it actually would be fun. And now that we're an hour and 20 minutes into this and probably need to wrap up, but would be fun for you all to truly dissect the driving dynamics and what you all love about your older car versus the newer stuff, positive,
what would
negative
be better
for each
You know what would
side.
be better, Casey, is get in your car and drive down here and you drive them all. And then you tell me.
I actually can't do that because I don't have a fucking car. I don't have
Well,
a fucking car right now.
You do have a
But-
car. You just don't have a 911 at the moment.
yeah.
Get in the
No.
Cayman and drive the Cayman over.
Yeah.
No, they are so different. Really, the only thing
But
that
which one
ties
do you
them all
like the
together
most out of?
is the
If
body
you had
shape.
to pick one, James, I know what it would be.
SC.
100%. Like,
The one he drives the least.
no, he
Yeah.
doesn't drive it at
That's not
least.
true at all. That's not
Yeah,
true at all.
I
Don't,
know,
don't
no.
forget this.
You drive the extremes. You drive the extremes and then end up in the middle, which is the SC, and you're like, "God damn, this is fucking perfect."
It is.
Yeah.
It is perfect.
And it really is. It really is such a great car.
But I know you love the 912 because it's a vibe to that car.
yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it
and
is
you drive it
really
a lot.
different.
Like you do
Yeah.
drive that one a lot.
Just because it is so different. Like, well, you all know that I bought my first 912 to gut it and hot rod it, and I loved the OG feel of it. I was like, why am I doing this? So I went and got a more original 66, and I'm just driving it the way it is. Of course, I'm bringing it in next week for suspension work just because it needs to be refreshed. And that part of that's for safety, right? So, but it is a fantastic car. If you have not driven a 912, you should, just because the characteristics are so different. So short wheelbase, 4-cylinder, that motor is sitting over the axle, not past the axle.
Mm-hmm.
And you can just have a blast doing 50 miles an hour.
It's like a hot rod bug.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
It's a hot rod
Right.
bug.
Yep. So
Third
no,
gear is extra long. And fourth gear takes forever as well. Like, I mean, because you only have 4 gears, right, James?
Yeah. So my first 66 had a 5-speed 901, but it was geared from a 911, so it was a little odd. But it was a dog leg, so second and third, second and third, second and third. The new one is.
I do think,
4-speed.
James, I'm sorry to interrupt. I think this should be the next podcast. I think that you can go, you and Kevin both can go in depth about comparing. And Kevin, if maybe you could drive your 992 and maybe have some recent experience in it.
I literally just drove it last week.
Whatever. I don't care. Shut up. So you could like have some recent comparison.
Casey, you better get your tolerance back up. I'm just letting you know, because I will punch you straight in the mouth next week.
Right through the screen. Oh God! All right, we're going on an hour and a half here. Let's wrap. But it's a good idea for
but
another
I think
episode.
it would be a super fun comparison for you all to talk through those things, your experiences, what you all individually feel in those vehicles, and why you
you and Matt just gonna ask questions to us?
Yeah, and
we'll quiz you. We'll quiz you.
Shit, I'm out of here. I gotta pee. I'm fucking hungry. I got carnitas.
That's the problem. He hasn't eaten.
Ready to go.
All right,
guys. Well, thanks for listening. I hope you guys found this entertaining. I certainly did. Hit us up. Hit us up on email, contact@whiskeywatcheswheels.com. Head over to Instagram or YouTube. Throw us a comment, and we will catch you guys next week. All right. Peace out.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Bye.